Good morning, everyone. Today is Saturday, January 16, 2021. My name is Karen Bodenschatz. I serve as Associate Pastor at First Lutheran Church in Onalaska, Wisconsin. And this is my morning musing. You may notice that I'm not sitting by my fire. That is because it is actually Friday afternoon, and I've just finished doing a graveside here at Oak Grove Cemetery, and it is so peaceful here. I don't know if you can hear the birds chirping. The snow fell last night, so it's just really beautiful. And so I thought this would be a great place to sit and talk with you all about stillness. So the reading that we're going to hear in worship tomorrow is about Jesus calling his disciples. It's a reading from the early books of John. And I was thinking about the calling of disciples and the call that is on our lives currently right now in a world that is full of turmoil, a country that is full of turmoil, a community that's full of turmoil. There's a lot, and the call to serve is strong and sometimes scary. It takes a lot out of us. But in the midst of that call is also a call to stillness and to quiet and to peace, to finding that peace within us that Jesus gives. And I was thinking about this, especially yesterday. On Thursday, I had my eyes examined. And so towards the end of the exam, she needed to dilate my eyes so she can check them and make sure everything was healthy. And it took about 10 minutes for those drops to work. And so she led me to this dimly lit little waiting area where I could do nothing except sit there. There were magazines there, but my eyes were being dilated, so I couldn't really read. So I couldn't really look at my phone. That was even worse. And so I just had to sit there and breathe and be still. And it was, I have to say, the best 10 minutes of the day. It had been quite a while since I'd had kind of a time like that where there was no distractions within me or without. I mean, sure, there were people working, but that didn't seem to bother me so much. And I began to think about what this life, what this time has done to us. It's a lot of noise and a lot of different, and learning how to do things differently and switching up plans and not knowing, and all of that creates kind of a chaos and an unsettledness in our bodies and ourselves as much as in what's outside of us. And so to be able to sit and breathe and just be was such a gift, because it energized me and gave me the ability then to be present for some important conversations yesterday, but also for this funeral for a woman I didn't know. None of you probably knew, but to be present for her family today and to be open to the beauty of this cemetery in the midst of what's quite a full, busy day. And it turns out having my eyes dilated meant I couldn't look at my computer for a couple of hours. That's weird to not look at a screen for a couple of hours. And I found myself a little at loss to what to do. I eventually figured out what to do, but what would it be like if we just put all of that stuff down? So, and I know, friends, that when we give ourselves that time to be attentive to our inner world, to slow down, to settle ourselves deeply in the peace of Christ, then the call to follow Jesus is just a little easier. It's still hard. It's still going to require us to do things we're maybe not comfortable with or have never done before or that terrify us. But it just seems a little bit easier. So I would encourage you this week, both as you listen to what Pastor Stanton has to say tomorrow, and then perhaps throughout the week, to make times where you just sit in a dimly lit room and be for just a little while. Just breathe and be, and tune in to what your inner self is telling you. I look forward to seeing you on Sunday. We worship at 8 and 10:30 on all the normal platforms, and we'll talk about what it means to have this call placed upon our lives. Until then, be well, be kind, for Christ is with you.